Russia is expanding the conflict zone in the Russia-Ukraine war. We predicted this yesterday when reporting on the fall of Bakhmut. And this morning brought news of a fresh Russian attack, this time on an economic hub on the Black Sea. Russian drones struck Ukraine's port city of Odesa. When exactly did this happen, and what has been the scale of the damage caused? How many people have lost their lives? These answers will emerge when the fog of this battle begins to clear. So far, the Ukrainians are tight-lipped, and we are not surprised. Because what is unfolding is not only a single attack on a port, but a larger plan, the plan to control the Black Sea. Have a look at this map. This is where Odesa is located. It is a port town. Next to it is Mykolaiv, and Russia already controls parts of this town. And then you have Kherson, again a town that's under Russian control. On the south is Crimea, which has been with Russia since 2014. And then you have Melitopol and Mariupol, again under Russian control. And now Russia is moving the front line further south and west to Odesa. The stakes here are, if anything, higher than the stakes in the north. Do you see the pattern here? What Russia is trying to do essentially is effectively cutting off Ukraine's trade from the Black Sea. And the obvious question is why? Why the Black Sea? Because its location is as strategic as it gets. Have a look at this map. The Black Sea virtually straddles Europe and Asia, Turkey and Ukraine, but it is linked to the Mediterranean Sea through the Bosphorus Strait that passes into the Sea of Marmara through Istanbul. And this, by the way, is the key to the Mediterranean, a passage for Russian cargo. And this is what matters to Russia. You see, total control of the Black Sea helps Russia secure its trade flowing into markets in southern Europe, particularly when Ukraine has become a dangerous enemy. That's not all. Reason number two is the buffer zone. For Russia, the Black Sea serves as a buffer between the NATO and itself. And total control of the sea allows Russia to station its Black Sea fleet in secure waters. Total control of the Black Sea also helps Russia patrol the Crimea, Odesa and Mariupol region and block any reinforcements coming into Ukraine or trade sailing out of Ukraine. I know what you're thinking, but there is the Black Sea trade deal, the one allowing for export of grain via the Black Sea. Sure. But you see, the jury is still out on how much that deal has actually managed to achieve. So Russia has made its next move after Bakhmut. The question is, how will Ukraine respond? With the intensity with which it fought in Bakhmut? Kiev defended Bakhmut with all that it had. But is Ukraine in a position to put that kind of defense in Odesa is the immediate question. And the answer is not really, not likely. And I will tell you why I say this. Number one, Ukraine is running out of weapons. It is running out of artillery ammunition. And we have been telling you for a while now that Ukraine has been exhausting its arsenal, that too at an alarming rate. Much faster than the US or the NATO can resupply them, of course, because of the limitations in the supply chain. And not to mention what the West needs for its own fast depleting resources. Ukraine faces the high possibility of running out of shells by the end of this year, unless the West miraculously ramps up its production at warp speed. And again, how likely is that? Coming now to point number two. For how long can a country continue to fight another with the help of a third or a fourth nation? Like we told you yesterday, Ukraine is 101% dependent on the West to fuel this war. For every war-related resource, the only resource Ukraine has is human resource. And the human resource also has now suffered a morale setback after what's happened in Bakhmut. So this is what it comes down to. Ukraine's morale is slipping, as its leaders admit. Its citizens are becoming war-weary, knowing that the odds are against their resistance. However heroic it might have been, will Ukraine fight to hold Odesa with the ferocity and determination it showed in Bakhmut? And this is likely to help Russia complete its dream arc faster than expected. Let me show you another map just to explain this. These are some of the towns and cities under Russian control. Severodonetsk, Luhansk, Donetsk, Lysychansk, Mariupol, Melitopol, Bakhmut. Russia has complete or limited control of the city. Anyway, these are all cities to the east of the Dnipro River. And again, like we were telling you yesterday, military analysts believe that Russia is not trying to control all of Ukraine. What it may be aiming to do is split Ukraine into half along the Dnipro River. Russia wants control of the cities to the east, and it wants control of the Black Sea. And now this is a plan that seems to be coming to life, one city at a time. We are now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.